In a dramatic change, enormous institutional whales have bought up billions of XRP over the past day, with a total estimated value of $3 billion USD, or over 1.2 billion XRP. This information coincides with a significant declaration made by Brad Cullinghouse, the CEO of Ripple, emphasizing that XRP is the only digital asset that can address a problem on a global scale and facilitate international payments, issue that will result in the official price of XRP being even greater than that of Bitcoin. And he made this statement many times. First, according to Brad Cullinghouse, the Bitcoin experiment is over and XRP is the solution. However, as I demonstrate in this video, Brad Cullinghouse has stated that XRP will eventually catch up to the price of Bitcoin, pointing out that a huge inflow of more than $654 trillion will start to enter the XRP ledger, which will lead to a sharp increase in XRP value that would surpass that of Bitcoin. However, this is not the first time an official from Ripple or XRP has pointed out a price for XRP. In fact, David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, has said that a price of $1 million per XRP is more probable than $1 per XRP. In light of all of this, the CEO of Ripple has officially acknowledged that the price of XRP is currently around $10,999. He claims that with a market valuation of approximately $640 trillion, XRP will surpass Bitcoin. As we begin this video, I would want to remind everyone that we are giving out free XRP to everyone that watches. In fact, it takes less than 5 minutes and is quite simple. It will require you only need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, post notifications, share it, and then use my link in the description to join up for an Apple account. And of course, complete a purchase. This transaction can be for 1 penny, $1, or $10. But as long as you join up using my link in the description and complete a transaction, you will earn up to $100, which you can use to purchase XRP, another cryptocurrency, or even cash. Thus, it takes us 5 minutes once again. Let's dive right into the video, which I highly suggest. Although XRP is currently trading at $2.23, its true value is much higher, tens of thousands of dollars. David Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, stated that $1 million price per XRP is more realistic than $1 per XRP. So that's what they aren't telling you. All of the money will go into XRP, with it perhaps reaching over $1 million. The economic boom has now essentially been verified. Jeremy Powell, the chairman of the Federal Reserve, should step down right away, according to U.S. President Donald Trump. Why is that? He wants to lower interest rates, which will increase the amount of money flowing into the economy, cause prices to soar, and cause inflation to reach an all-time high. This is ideal if you are investing in cryptocurrencies like XRP, which will see a significant increase in value due to their enlarged use case and inflation. Regardless of whether it is through a CBDC or onboarding other institutions onto the ledger, the more than 4,000 financial institutions, other generic institutions that are expanding on the XRP ledger, will enable millions, if not billions, or possibly trillions of money. Now, let's discuss actual money. Additionally, real money entails a minimum beginning price of $10,999 per XRP, which is insured by RealFi, a payment and real estate solution that accounts for $654.39 trillion of the XRP ledger. This has been verified, and it is taking place and developing right before our very eyes. The reason for today's video was the huge announcement that $650 trillion would be introduced on July 31st. The announcement discussed how the money will be used to unfold all of it into the XRP ledger, utilizing the actual token. RealFi will now reveal a groundbreaking development in the integration of the global real estate industry with the XRP ledger on July 21st. This will be the first part of our extensive multi-phase plan to use blockchain technology and decentralized finance infrastructure to unleash the $654.39 trillion global real estate market. RealFi has scheduled a significant announcement for July 21st. This is massive now. We are discussing the instantaneous price of XRP, which is $11,645.78 when 654 trillion is transferred into the XRP ledger. The price of the real token, which will receive all of that money and is based on the XRP ledger, would also be $65,000 immediately if only 1% of the 654 trillion actually went into its price, which would be $65,439 USD. That's what we're discussing. Additionally, you can really buy Real Token for just 2 cents right now. Real Token is truly available for just 2 cents, and with just 1% of the total amount of money it will enable, it will instantly reach $64,000 to $65,000. Looking at its market capitalization. In actuality, the genuine token chart is really positive if you look at it. When it was started, the Real Token increased by hundreds of thousands of percentage points. In other words, actual token performed an easy 10x plus and was literally sitting at 0.1. We're talking about this. After all, the Real coin has actually achieved one of the top scores with a 100% kick and a 100% BENX score. The entire number of holdings is minimal risk, and the total number of wallets, more than 1626, is incredibly positive. This monster is growing so quickly, really. In actuality, it will most likely accomplish another 10x with ease. All financial gurus, do their homework. But I'm thinking hundreds of thousands of X's here. In my opinion, it will go far higher than 10x. That's what we're discussing. I'm referring to extremely low resistance and strong support levels. The thousands of dollars represent the genuine token's true potential. With just 1% of the $650 trillion that will be made possible, each Real token is worth roughly $60,000 to $65,000. Consider 10% of that. Consider 10% of that. We are presently discussing $650,000 for each actual token, and we're talking about $6.05 million per actual token if we receive 100% of that again. 2 cents is a token. There is also a possibility that this will reach 6.5 million 2 cents. This is really, really good. That's the reason I'm packing up. And if you've been reading the other experts and influencers, you'll notice that they're all discussing genuine tokens and saying the same thing. For instance, Jack Dripler, an influencer with over 400,000 XRP followers, has stated that he thinks XRP will reach $5,172, but that the Real token would rise from 2 cents to over $64,500 due to supply constraints and growing demand. And by that I mean when you get a token like the Real token, which is supported by a huge organization like RealFi, which is a blockchain unified payment and real estate solution. I mean, it's obvious that this has enormous potential. It will explain the RealFi ecosystem and how the RealFi ecosystem employs 2 primary tokens, XRP and the Real token, for example. If you click on the Real token, naturally, XRP and the Real token may be bought straight from the website. The genuine token can be bought using these exchanges or their widget. Additionally, you may examine and write XRP exchanges by checking out XRP at the bottom. But you can certainly get in, men. I simply conduct research. Of course, I'm not a financial expert, and this isn't financial advice. Additionally, I strongly advise you to conduct study. This is the video.